Welcome to Rocket ATM Tutorials.
This video is going to demonstrate how to enter master keys on a Hyosung ATM machine. The last part that we're going to go into in the host setup menu is key management. In order to complete the key management entries, you will need to contact your ATM processor for what's known as encryption keys. They'll have to provide you that, and they can help you get those keys entered. So in host setup, after entering in the host address and terminal ID, we're going to carry on by pressing key management and entering in the encryption code, which I'm going to show you how to enter. Once in key management, we want to enter master keys. Do you want to enter key management? Yes, we do. It'll take a moment to close the keypad. And now we're going to enter into the keypad encryption area. So it's going to ask for two passwords. Enter password 1. The default password is number 1 6 times. And password number 2 is 2 6 times. Oops. Oh, so you see I've actually made an error. So I can't actually go back on this. So let me hit cancel, see what happens. Initializing PIN. Success to initialize. Alright, we're going to enter master keys again. Yes, we want to enter master key. Again, first password and second password. So the first one is number 1. And then password number 2 is number 2 6 times. And we have now successfully entered into key management. From key management, it's critical to know that you must be on the key mode of TDES, which is automatically there by default. But if it's not, then you can obviously go to the appropriate key mode and make sure that it is TDES bracket 3. And you'll notice that the key mode button will allow you to toggle through various different key modes. The one we're looking for is TDES bracket 3, and we're there. So from this menu, we're going to go to edit key. We're going to go to master key triple. We're going to go to master K3. It's going to give us a slight warning message. We want to go to yes. And from the entry master key, we want to, before we begin entering the key sequence, which your processor will give you, you want to click on the entry button. Once you hit that, you need to start typing in a master key encryption that your processor will give you. I happen to have it here, so I'm going to go ahead and punch this in. And the way you punch this in is, it's basically an alphanumeric code in which you have letter A, B, C, D, E, and F. And you have your menu here on your screen, which will tell you the corresponding letter to which button you need to press. So A, as you see on the screen here, is next to, on the left hand side of 0. So this minus button over here is A. The plus button next to 0 on the right is B. C over here on the screen is that blank button in the corner. There's absolutely nothing written on here. It's the blank button. D is cancel. E is the clear button. And then F was actually enter. But you'll notice that we got timed out. And that's another problem in this particular menu. Because it's a very secure area, you are going to be on a time limit. And the time limit, once it expires, will kick you out, and you'll have to re-enter your master keys all over again. And so this case, for explanation purposes, we got kicked out. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel out of the entire key management menu because I know better. And if we did try to enter in master keys, then we would have probably gotten halfway and it would have kicked us out again. So once out into the main host setup, we're now going to go back in, and this time, because we know what A, B, C, D, E, F is, then we're going to be able to program this ATM machine and program its keypad. So we're going to go ahead and program and encrypt this keypad by going into key management, enter master key. Yes, we want to enter master keys. And the secure password by default, again, is all ones. And the second password over here by default is all twos. Once we're in, the key mode is appropriately set to where we want it. We're going to jump into edit key, go to master key triple, go to master key 3. Yes, we want to enter in and delete the existing keys or and re-encrypt the keypad. From the enter master key menu, we're going to go to entry, and depending on the code that the processor has given you, you can go ahead and encrypt your keypad. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and encrypt it with the code that I've been given. Alright, so I've just entered 32 digits, and as soon as I completed the 32 digits, it gave me a check digit here so that I can match that with my processor. In this particular case, it matches, so I'm going to go ahead and import that E2D2. This here matched the numbers that I was given. So I'm going to import that, and now that I've imported that, I'm going to go ahead and do part B, which is the other encryption code that the processor will give me. And before I enter it, I'm going to press the entry button so I can begin entering. So that code has also been given here, so I'm going to go ahead and enter this. Keep in mind that you are on a time limit, so you can't wait too long on this menu. I think it's about 5 seconds, and then it'll kick you out. So this here, C3, F5, FD, this here is also a match from the code that was given, so I'm going to go ahead and import that. And once that all the parts are imported, it has now brought me out. I'm going to go ahead and cancel to return, cancel to return again. And from this menu here, I do also want to change my password. So go ahead and change passwords, and I'm going to change that default 11111 password to something else that I'd like. In this case, you know, let's go with and it's going to ask me to verify it. I went ahead and changed it to a different 6-digit code, and then password 2 as well. I've just changed it to something else that I needed. If you forget this code, it's going to be very problematic to get this ATM online. So it's a very critical code. You don't want to mess up with that. And so everything is done. We're done here with key management. We've done the edit key. We've done the password changes. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel to return. It's going to initialize the PIN. And it successfully initialized the PIN. And we are now going to cancel again and drill ourselves back out. So we're in host setup again. We've done our terminal ID. We've done our host setup. We've done our key management. We're going to cancel to return. And we're now to the main menu where we started from. We concluded doing customer setup. We concluded doing system setup. We've concluded doing host setup. I'm going to now load this ATM machine with some cash, or at least pretend like I'm going to put some cash in it, because I do need to tell the computer that there's money in the machine before it can actually go online. So in the settlement menu, I'm going to go to add cash. Well, actually, before going to add cash, I'm actually going to clear it out whatever memory that it may have by pressing a cassette total, and it's going to give me a printout. Everything is 0. Well, this was a reprogrammed machine, so it had some remaining transactional data which we don't need, so it's a good thing I did press cassette total. So cassette total is a button that will reset the counter and everything becomes 0. We're going to go to add cache. We're going to go to first cassette, and in first cassette we're going to go ahead and type in the number of bills we're going to load in the ATM machine. In this case, I'm just going to press one bill, press enter, and hit apply. And that's simply because I want to have the computer programmed so that it has some money in it, in which case we can go ahead and get it online. So from the settlement menu, I've added the cache. I'm going to cancel out to return, cancel again to return, and I'm back to the main menu. And according to everything that I have done, everything should be able to work and get this ATM online. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel one more time, and you'll notice that the ATM will reboot because configurations have been changed. And in about a minute's time, hopefully you should have your welcome screen come back on, and it'll say welcome, please insert your card if everything went successful. So as you can see, everything booted up after we canceled out, after entering into the settlement menu and entering the cache. So you have your welcome screen here, and it is EMV ready, which it should show. And what we're going to do now is enter back into the menu, and we're going to go back into the, well, let it come up. We're going to get into the customer setup, because what I want to do here lastly is change the messages on the on what we saw there on the welcome screen. It just said insert your card. What you can do is actually program it so that the welcome screen, when a customer approaches, can actually say welcome to Exxon Food Mart or Shell Food Mart, or Johnny Rockets, or whatever whatever the name of your store is going to be. And again, you have your keyboard here, the 3 different keyboards, the alpha keyboard. So the default keyboard is the numeric ones. As you can see, the numbers are here. If I go to alpha, I will get alphabets. If I go to table, I will get a bunch of different things here. If I go to number, I will get back to my numbers things where we started from. So if you're going to program anything, welcome to Shell or what have you, you can start navigating and typing in whatever you want, using your navigation buttons, using your keyboard. And we're just going to go quickly here, and I'm just going to put welcome. Oops. Welcome. Just for example's sake, and if I wanted to go down one line, I can go navigate down. And so now I'm on the down line, and I can use my arrow buttons to navigate over here. I'm going to try to center this, maybe welcome to, oops, go back, welcome to, and then go down again. Let's put Shell. S-H-E, and again L, and then enter for 2 L's, since it's already highlighted. Welcome to Shell, and hit OK. Operation successful. Similarly, from the welcome message, I can also go and I must, in fact, program my receipt header so that every time a transaction comes out from the machine, the customer will have the name Shell on the receipt. And of course, you want to go back to your programming here. I'm going to go to, from the alphabet menu, go to S, H, E, highlight the L, 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 Shell. I'm just going to hit Shell. Don't forget to press OK to save that. And a receipt tail could be something like please come again. You can easily program program something like that. I'm not going to bother that right now. A receipt address and phone number for your store. You have 4 lines that you can program, and you can program that. Just don't forget to press OK when you're done. So once this is all done, go ahead and hit cancel, 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 all the way out till the ATM initializes, and you'll notice that it's going to say welcome to Shell if everything went well. So as you can see, it says welcome to Shell just as programmed. I do also want to point out that of course this ATM machine was already set up with the receipt printer loaded when it came from the manufacturer, and we've also plugged in a brand new internet line, as you can see, which we have videos on that we can show you, but it basically gets plugged in right behind the screen at the bottom, just to the left of the line in phone sticker here. There's another LAN cord that the manufacturer provides, which we've basically unplugged, and we've plugged in a brand new internet line. The printer itself, of course, has instructions on it, and you can read up on that and follow some other videos on how to load paper if you're having trouble loading the paper.